Okay, welcome to the 5th or 6th or whatever part. Let's do this. Well, it's still loading. Then we can play. I was going to lube my chair. Oh well. That's probably okay. Yeah. Now we wait. Maybe one day I'll have everything on a solid state disk. Today is not that day. Anyway, alas, Let's go. The controller is not working. Try turning it off and back on. How about now? Yeah? No? It recognizes there's a controller there. Let's try that again. Now it's quiet. Disco Elysium. Fine. We'll try again. I need to have a backing soundtrack a little bit for moments like this. I usually just switch to this so it's not dead quiet. Worst thing you can do is dead air. Seriously. Look, it's not the worst thing, but it's not good. Okay, let's do this. Hey. First I have to remember what I was doing. I think I was just wasting time until 9. I was backtracking. Go do the task for Kuno. Range 1, that kid. Said it was apartment 12. Which one is this?
The shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Unedited.
Uno.
Your heartbeat quickens, palms go sweaty. The siren of amphetamine is singing you her song.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
Let's knock.
No response. The apartment numbers have fallen off the door, leaving the panel with a sticky 1 shaped shadow and a marker drawn 2. Nothing happens. It must be an ambush. Let's get your adrenaline pumping, just in case. You'll need to equip the chain cutters to enter.
Fine, I will put on the chain cutters. Let's do
The
this.
shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges. Snip. The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. The links fall to the ground. Don't let the quiet fool you. The beast is in there somewhere, ready to rip you to shreds with a broken bottle.
Is he though? If there's a chain on the door.
I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick.
I love how he just rolls with it. Let's go. It's not even in here, is he? Velocity erotica. You. The air stinks with something sour. So what are we gonna do here anyway?
Clothes, heaped on the bed, a stained parka, some towels, and a duvet. In the dark, it looks like a nest.
Hold up, Lieutenant. Look at that pile of clothes.
Something underneath there is breathing. It doesn't give a shit that you're a cop. Stop your hand now, or you're gonna die. It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have your
let's try
hand
it.
touches a greasy duvet, covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. You hear a growl. There is something alive, and it's deep. It You see
Rip the
a
blanket off.
60-year-old, fat, red-headed man passed out.
There's no
from
waking him up.
large amounts of alcohol, and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth. You don't have to take him down. He's already down.
He's already down.
Well, judging by the color of his hair, I would say yes, it is.
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone.
Soulless.
Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls into his half-open eyes. There's still plenty to be scared of here. Just not what you thought.
Doesn't look like he's gonna fuck anyone up anytime
It
soon.
really doesn't. This looks very hard to recover from. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but
What a deadbeat.
at least he won't be beating his son.
A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty, and frozen. It's clear.
Look, he's trying to communicate.
He's trying to communicate.
The man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something.
Gesticulate.
And then it dawns upon you, clear and surreal. Pigs, he says.
Couldn't I figure that out? My nose itches.
He's trying to call you pigs. His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated. A
Nothing.
loud snore escapes his mouth. He's asleep again.
At least he got to say his piece. What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side.
Excellent for one.
We could take him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The almshouse would turn him down. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few.
This rate, dude would die in a few years anyway. He'd drink himself to death.
The pile of blankets grunts miserably.
I'm afraid it is.
He's alive.
Look, it moves.
It moves.
And look, the other foot is camouflaged by a striped sock bearing the name Maxtor on the sole. 3 toes are poking out of a hole. A groan rises from the man's.
Leave. Whatever. Is there anything else? I think I've looked at almost everything.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw.
Convenient.
Score. It's right there, baby. Today's your lucky day.
Good. Confess.
The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest.
Whatever.
He
Take
lets
it.
you pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Don't wait. Celebrate. Blast that shit right here. Take inventory of it once this boring.
Blast that shit right here. Let's go. Kinda feels bad taking that money. But whatever. Wow. Okay, let's go talk to Kuno. Party town. Anything new to say?
Hello again, sir.
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Guess it works for someone.
They're all dogs.
Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'm a superstar.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything.
Okay.
Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
Let's deduce something.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean,
Folded.
sir?
She knows where this is going.
You don't need to be worried.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded.
Probably
in front
scarred.
of her. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest, a facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails. That's not really a big deal. You do better with nail clippers, though.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
Of course. There are a few other hands.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Think so? To do something about me.
You're quite sober.
At the moment, yes, unfortunately.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It
Yeah,
takes
about that.
effort.
Okay, how do you know I'm not?
Because you usually aren't.
And I'm having a... maybe you can point me to some booze? Fritta.
Fritz, maybe? Alcohol is
one.
not good for you, sir.
You want to call it Fritta.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She
So-
smiles at you.
So
The
I couldn't...
whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
I couldn't finish my Dick Mullen book.
Which book was it, sir?
Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. I haven't read that one yet. I wish I could help you.
You have
Nope.
absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something.
It does. Is it? I don't know. Alright, let's go talk to Kuno. We go rail ourselves a brick.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back.
I might just give you half.
That's how we split it. It's the best way, street way.
By kilo, you mean gram, right? It's not that much.
Kuno knows what Kuno means.
Fair is fair.
Wow, that's heavy. There you go. More than half in there. Kuno's fucking honourable like that.
True to his word.
There is no movement.
Now tell me, how the fuck are you still alive, pig?
Looked around there. Not an easy life going on there.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we got plans.
6 meters underground, below piping from before the war, the collapsed remains of the Martinez storm drain system. There are 2 stolen flashlights with piles of batteries next to them, beside 2 bedrolls, in the dark and opening into the lower tunnels.
Doubt he even lives at his house.
Yeah? How are you still standing, pig? You sneak past him.
Oh, he's basically dead to begin with.
What?
His posture changes. The swaying rooster motion stops for a second. Then he gets it going again, reorienting himself.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told ya. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit. That's nothing to Kuno's dad. You got
Not
lucky,
right.
pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window.
Kuno wind.
Fuck you trying to do? Get the Kuno to stop. Kuno's just getting it on.
Oh,
Keep your ass together, Kuno.
he's nothing.
Yeah, Kuno's dad is fucking nothing. Fucking coma shit, stroke shit. Kuno's dad is so fucking violent. He's had a stroke many times. Shit.
Poor kid.
Kuno's gonna have one too. Gonna be just like Kuno's dad. Speed shit, crime shit, fucking on the bed. Kuno's gonna go out like Kuno's dad. Revachol West style.
It's not a good outlook.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
There's a touch of grief in there.
Fuck are you talking, sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit.
Well, you know, we don't always have to be an asshole. You don't have to become that.
Get your fucking nun ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think 'cause you brought Kuno 1 gram of speed, you're friends now?
No. But I don't think Kuno's as bad as he seems.
Turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit.
If he doesn't stop soon, he's going to collapse from exhaustion. He's red all over.
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
Anyway, there's a textbook with your name on it.
Yeah, so fucking what?
It says Kuno, not Kuno. Kuuno. De Ruyter.
Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit?
That's your name.
He's trying to fuck you again.
Fuck out of here. Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed it. Kuno can change his name into anything. Gonna change my name into...
Shouldn't do that.
Don't change your name into that, Kuno.
Hey, she does have a brain.
Fuck right there where? Fucking 3 years or some shit?
Find a job, pay them. Your dad can't handle this anymore.
Fuck that shit. Kuno's gonna move underground. Leroy Am shit. Ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
The little one seems overjoyed at the prospect. Okay, let's conclude.
Yeah, pig. This shit is done. Now get the fuck out of Kuno's face. Kuno needs to drop. Kuno doesn't...
Yeah, that is your problem. Poor kid. Alright. What did I get back from? It's the mug. These are the interactables. Or I guess I didn't get back. Just collection schedule, some postcard, antique photo, postcard, postcard. It's okay, you got the experience. Do I have to use it too, or are we good? I already got experience, so that's all that matters.
Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect.
Will it make me into a super cop?
It'll make you into more than that.
No, it won't.
A mega cop.
Well, it might.
This is your modus operandi.
Kim's here.
This is how you've done it for years.
He'll be disappointed.
See? That's your problem. A lack of confidence. Speed can help you with that. And, Kim, it can help. It's not ideal, no. But you need the zeal. Let's face it, you're never going to finish this case without cheating.
Okay.
You raise the bottle, close a nostril, and inhale furiously. The rush is almost immediate. It tastes bitter and caustic and stings a bit inside your nose. Now the taste is slowly receding into your throat. The rush is growing in intensity, your little heart pounding like a bird in a cage. Whoa, this shit is strong. This shit is disco.
Let's go.
Spring, spring. Everything is clear around you. You're ready to concentrate on the next task in the task chain.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a speed button. Speed gives +1 to motoric skills. Perception, reaction speed, hand-eye coordination, savoir-faire, interfacing, and composure. This is good before white check, but damages your morale.
+1 to all motorics. Stuff. Okay. Let's go. Also affects your vision a bit. Bottom right, eh? Well, let's get that out. It comes with a straw. That's convenient. How long does it last? It's the lorry man speed on the go. An hour. My hour or your hour? Okay, next task. I don't have a cassette. I don't even know where to find one. So who made the call? Might take a while. Had to use. Jam a mystery. Doomed commercial area. Ooh, does the pry bar work on that? Let's go check it out. Let's go. Oh, wait. No, not that X. That X. What should I raise? I'm not sure. Maybe we should go with authority. Respect my authority. Oh, I had 2 points. Nice.
Give up. You'll never find the answer. There's no other copy of Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity here.
But why?
Because that's how the world works. Some stories never get finished. You shouldn't expect there to be a tidy, satisfying end. But, what if you never find out how your story ends?
There's gotta be a way to solve this.
There isn't. If only you had more time, more resources. Who knows what you could have come up with? Maybe if there had been more money and less speed. Or more speed.
Yes.
Or that. Yes. Either way, you might have been able to come up with an answer.
Yeah.
But not like this.
What a disappointment. Oh wait, I can go in this way too. Said, go. What was that?
2 cables are plugged into the breaker.
So why are we trying to pry that thing open? Why can't we just turn the wheel? Oh, that's the ice cream
This
thing.
orange machine is buzzing like an old...
Need your flashlight on. What? Oh, it's the other computer. Cellar window. Wow.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Still glowing red.
A thick layer of cold.
Okay, let's move on here. Up we go. See if we can do anything about that chimney with the pry bar. I don't know if we can, but worth a shot. The fuck? What is this? Why didn't I ever go this way? Oh, this is that door. It's open. He's just sitting there. Candy dispenser. Nice. What is this?
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of dye are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity?
Yeah.
Perhaps it's wise to go along with this
This is where that
masquerade.
closed door is.
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
You should. Let's talk first, though.
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused. I haven't knocked.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Actually, I looked this up on Wikipedia because I was more curious. All this artwork in this game is like oil painted by a guy. The book that someone was referencing was made actually after the game, I think. This wasn't based on a book, but a book was made of it. Early in development, I think.
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
This girl is all about gaming.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Sure.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
Wow.
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition.
Specialization. That is how you make the money. I'll lower this camera a bit. Ironically, if you look at my head, there's a little dent in it. It's not from the headphones, actually, it's from a CPAP head strap. I need to find one that's got a wider strap, or I wind up with a permanent dent.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first
Actually, that would be
order.
glorious.
I grew it from there.
Cobalt is like a deep blue. You like role-playing games?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Right on.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
I'll take a die.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
You have any cursed dice?
What do you mean by cursed?
As cursed as this commercial area.
All right. How about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
Deal.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
Know anything about the lynching?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity
The
here.
malignant entity's a dice maker.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
Oh, she might have seen. She just didn't want to talk about it? Or is she a plant?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus? Talking about Kuno?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
That's unfortunate. Give me just a second. Never took your eyes off the world?
But in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
Oh. Hang on. Kind of seeing what this looks like on my phone.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Fair enough.
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
You often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
She nods.
She seems nice.
Anything else, officer?
Where are we anyway?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
Hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, moving on.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
That is a plus. Did you know that does do closed captions? There we go. Hey, these closed captions actually work pretty well. I'm impressed.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
So what do you know about the
Creepy.
curse? It is nice. I'd live there.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
So what do you know about this place?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
So, about all these companies.
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Something like 90% of all restaurants fail. Businesses fail all the time. Plaisance sent me, though.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
The curse is just biding its time.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
It's a separate building, and malicious energies can't cross.
And then there is me.
Still, it's a neat place, but I can't imagine a dice maker having all that much work here. But maybe they do.
I've been here for 14 years.
Wow,
Selling
guess so.
novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Not that hard when you pay no rent.
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
There's a lot of inconsistencies anyway with it.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
Yes.
Time
No.
has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Just bad business decisions, and quite frankly, this little section of town is not so great for business anyway.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
You feel nothing.
Nope.
If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Yeah, don't do that.
She has begun to idly clean one of her.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Rats scuttle in the dark rooms, under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequins. Cobwebs cover rotors and radio computers alike. So much failure.
Used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you.
Oh, come on now.
It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting?
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym,
She
it was
knows.
Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
She's full of history and knowledge. Who was Artemitip?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs. A community-centric boxing club.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
It's a little ginger grim.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
Yeah.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
How'd it work out?
It didn't.
Clearly.
If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it.
Wow.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the
Wow.
plaza ever since.
So what about the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right?
Looks like everything.
Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
I hate it when your nose is itching. It just won't stop. So what's a snuff milieu?
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
What does she mean, to get off on it?
Don't worry, the ACP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Go on.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
Like me. Hey. Go on.
But what drugs exactly?
Nice. The flashlight follows the mouse, no matter what you're doing. But what drugs?
He got high on some weird taxidermy
Oh
chemicals.
no.
I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful.
Dang it. I can't remember the name of the preservative. Formaldehyde.
Even you can probably do better than that.
Bad for you. Rot your brain.
You can almost see it. A small, sickly old man, hunched behind his work desk, his pants stained with old piss, stuffing a sad, stiff-legged raccoon dog. The entire scene looks
Raccoon
tragic.
dog. So the creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights.
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
I mean, it doesn't sound so bad. I always thought it was pronounced chitin. Is it really pronounced chitin? This is just a regional thing.
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Fair enough.
Really? Anyway,
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling.
they used and
Let's try it.
naturally. Actually, insects do have brains. But yes, I understand what you're saying. I think the protesters took it a little too far.
Yeah, just a bit.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
Okay, give me just a moment. I'll be right back. Okay,
Anything else?
didn't matter. Rollerblades?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
Of course he did. Hang on, just a second. I went into a knife on stream. Next.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting. What do they say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Yes.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47.
Ah. Chocolate. Infused with something special.
I have no idea why those keys and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
Maybe you could make a sword out of one.
That's too much work.
Wait, forget it.
So,
It would take too long.
strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules. The usual, they ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
Like the bane of Kickstarters, grossly underestimating what it takes to get a project off the ground.
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
It was an impressive project.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on.
No, just takes more money than you think.
In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
That's important too.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult.
I would have supported it.
Especially if you've been drinking.
Looks fun.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
Quite possibly.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Yep, that's what that company rolled.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Pretty.
Anything else?
So the bear.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiled. But talk like the voiceover. She smiles and leans closer. Hands, I don't have a British accent, but I'll try. Hands on her knees, like a stand-up comedian, ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Hey, the bear fridge is cool.
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritta does the same thing.
Hey, it's just like Fritta. 20 cents per hour is crap, isn't it?
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they already had the bear.
So, the bear.
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples, like trying to suppress a headache. The bear is a big deal.
Of course not. The bear was terrifying.
The bear is
No one
cool.
wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
Well, that's kind of important.
Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants, coded Megatherion.
Desiccants something that people get high on.
Scary, but cool.
Megatherion.
Megatherion, a
Not.
mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
Nice beast.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
There's good old electrochemistry chiming in. Drugs. No comment.
Understandable. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
She seems almost sad, finishing the story. Some dust beams swirl in the morning light. Her eyes follow it idly.
Little sparkling embers under the window. Outside its light. Light scatters from the low-hanging cloud cover.
Kind of warm in here.
There's always the threat of snow.
Just a moment here. Turn the temperature down. 1 more degree. Set the time and date at your thermostat. Why? Isn't that why you're connected to the internet? Set your own damn time and date. Fuck's sake. Go on.
Anything else?
So,
Another
intercom.
failed business, perhaps? Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm
You-
still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
You get the empty card?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
So, Whirling and Rags. Part of the same building complex.
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Dune commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
Yes, it is. I saw a name. East Delta Pinball.
Right, it used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however.
How could an arcade fail? Speaking of which, is Cidercade still in business? I guess they are. I haven't taken anybody there in a while.
My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, fluorography, trick track, especially pinball.
Yeah, don't place your business in a fad, gaming, anything like that. Just a fad. It'll pass.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
Especially pinball. You kidding? I fucking love pinball.
His disdain for pinball could not be clearer.
Strange thing happened when I tried calling a company called Slipstream SCA. Someone answered. Wasn't that the one with the rotors?
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years.
Well, someone answered it.
Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore. Tricentennial Electrics?
Electrics.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
I mean, it literally could be.
No, it was something else. It was eerie. Whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
Pranks can be eerie.
Can be.
Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No,
Okay.
Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure. Sure,
Yep, okay.
I'm listening.
What else we got?
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else? I'm listening. Good.
No, we're done
I
here.
hope it clarified.
Need to remember to come back. Yeah. No, why wasn't open last time? This is fine. Still that secret passage. Find booze and drink it. Don't I have some? Really, right here. That was not.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens.
Look at the bottle.
Light reflects off the green glass of the Commodore red. The gods have been generous. Better pop it open before they change their minds. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it.
Go on.
There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, detective.
Take a sip.
A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light, electrochemistry.
Gotcha.
From the void we came, and to the void we must return.
Oh, ghoul. What else we got? First, get that out of your inventory. And yeah, you need to finish the smuggling questions. Might take a while, maybe. Boots, clothes in the trash. Authority. Okay. Oh. Flashlight. I can't see. Okay, let's walk out. We got things to do. Ooh, let's go talk to Plaisance. Does she know anything new? Okay, we don't need the flash. Nothing against a flashlight. Ugh. Just don't want to run around with it full time. That's all. That's so bad. There. That's where it cuts you off right there. We lift it? Let's go.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Physical instrument. Respect my authority. Keep yourself together. Let's try it. Can we lift it? Let's go.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor,
Nope.
like a dog for its master.
We tried.
You managed to hoist it off the ground. See? Even your body has failed you. It's a miracle you didn't injure yourself.
Weightlifting at the station gym, I mean.
Can we fix that? It's gotta be physical instrument. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. Really? I was gonna do something. The headache. What's with the head hurts thing? This must have been from yesterday. Whatever. Just try again later. We'll lift that sucker eventually. One day, we'll be strong. We can do it. Let's go talk to Plaisance. Plaisance?
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I've talked to the entity. It's just a person. She's been here as long as you have.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
Bad decisions.
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand?
You're still here.
The
You haven't made
truth?
those
She's
bad decisions.
squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
However, you're on the edge of making them.
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
Fine. Make her feel better. It was the taxidermist.
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that place. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse?
Yeah, Eddie spooked it. We're good.
What does that mean? Are you certain? Oh.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Who am I to question your methods? All that matters is that the energies are retreating.
It's all in your
I
head.
can already feel the curse lifting. It will be a long time until we're fully free of it, of course, but still.
Seriously, it's just in your head.
Thank you, officer. Truly, you've brought a better psycho-emanation to this humble bookstore, and that's no small achievement.
That was a big chunk.
All right then. All's well that ends well. Should we return to our ordinary lives?
Yes.
The shop around you feels ancient suddenly, damp and saturated by the coastal air. The books are rotting. A great cold lives here, and there too. 1,200 meters away on the urban coast, the dark shape of a church is reflected on the water, calling.
All the pressure has made Annette really anxious. You know she's been chewing her nails.
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
She won't get over it. That's the problem.
A part of hers too, clearly.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Suck it up is not the answer. You can always fix your situation.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
She stands stiff and severe.
Whatever. Not gonna tell you to raise your kid.
fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you.
Oh.
My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
Seriously, they'll make it worse.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Wow.
Yes, sometimes it's better to let people come to these conclusions themselves.
She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course.
Not a good solution.
I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Store's not going to take off. How long has this store been here?
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Is he really that successful? You're fooling yourself. Is he involved?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Useless. Only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
No kidding. Kids are expensive. Very expensive.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Of course. Yes, this economy.
Exactly.
Alright, add something else in mind.
The woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
Farewell for now, but peddler. So, Annette, let's talk.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk.
You just can't. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
How does this feel familiar?
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar?
You need
How?
suggestion. Okay. Next point, we put in a suggestion. Okay. What can we do next? We're helping. We're making everything right. That's the more Elysium. So, what you know about smuggling drugs?
Something odd. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang. That beady-eyed South Samaran. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil.
Yes, yes.
Looks like I offended your partner there. His tribe are natural liars.
I wouldn't be so sure, but
Guess so.
That's racist. Guess his name isn't Racist Driver for nothing. That's a pretty cool car. Kinda like that. It's like you ignored every advancement that we've made in suspension and everything else, and just slapped the biggest engine you could on the back of it. Wonder how it performs. Bet that thing's a treat to drive. What is this? You talking to this guy?
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes.
How did I
Smelling
miss-
of strangers' body odors.
Was this dude here before? How did I miss this?
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your
Yeah.
style.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand. Buy secondhand.
Let's
Keep
go.
the economy moving.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
Eh.
This jacket is the apex of human evolution. The moment at which man became weatherproof, practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Yes.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Okay.
Gotta prepare for springtime, right?
Sure. I'll take it.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Actually, I will be right back, and then we're gonna get this going. I mean, it already is going, but you know, you get it. I'll be right back. A few minutes. Okay, I'm back. I really need to record some more screens. I really liked making those. Should make more. Okay, sneakers.
A pair of Faun Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Fancy.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest Faun sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Speakers.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable Faun Ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers.
So what about the speakers?
The sneakers are the stars here.
Doesn't anyone want the speakers?
These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Can't I buy the sad, conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
That's why I need them.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I am. I don't even know myself. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra.
Fine.
Super cool.
The sneakers seem to...
The junk is yours, officer. Happy listening. Try not to hurt your ears with that Samaran garbage.
Right. I'm assuming I need them for something. So let's talk to you. What do you know?
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
So I guess Samaran in this game is like Filipino or something, kind of. I'm just basing it off the painting. Hello. Hang on a second. Okay.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
Uh-huh.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool.
Yeah, sure I am.
Bang, 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 bang.
This dude's almost a caricature.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout a brewing.
Look him out.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
It's just a shakedown.
Good one, officer. You're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you?
Answers?
Then fire away, officer.
9mm pistols. Wow. So where are you from?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All revolution.
Oh, let's talk.
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire. The apricot suzerainty, you know?
Apricots are delicious.
The apricot suzerainty is what the Sigai archipelago is commonly known as.
Sigai, not smart.
It's a bit of a fraught term, I'm sure you understand.
Broad term.
No, apricots come from Sea Guy. My grandma used to grow them. But Sea Guy is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws.
Yeah.
Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my profits back to my grandma in Sea Guy.
I just did. So what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
So these are all oil paintings. Interesting.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a lorry driver. Actually, the trucks look more normal, but cars. We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor.
But you are
I don't know
one.
anything about that.
Another driver's identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
He is a hater, though.
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He's lying.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job.
So you just
This
forgot.
is my dream.
Selling crap goods on the side of the road is your dream? I doubt that.
Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
Right. Are you the one doing it?
No! That's insane! It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh?
So what do
Have
you
thought about that?
what do you know then?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd! You know, the drug crowd.
There's more here. He's afraid of this crowd, whoever they are, more than he is of the racist lorry man.
What are you afraid of?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up. It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
So who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
So the girl over there?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
Could be. Know anything about the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase.
I'll look
You
around.
can walk up.
What's this?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
I'm betting some of these things that you buy are just for stupid achievements.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
What else is there?
These are all boring. Boring, third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
That's an insult to Sarais.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently.
Amphibian.
There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And
Hey, at least it might actually offer some protection against the sun. Not like those cheap plastic shades.
Are these firefights that we should be prepared for?
I hope not.
you don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem.
Sure.
Sporty and practical, officer.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Terrible shades.
Damn, officer. You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
They are.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Yeah, no.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you.
I'll take them, though.
You should think this a good starter pair, officer.
Okay, let's go talk to the lady again. Why have I never been over here? Seriously, it's like you find a new spot that you missed every time I play. The gateway to the river of filth. See, you know anything?
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
I like this guy. He's pretty chill. Anyway, you know anything about this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
Wow. You know something?
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
So who is she?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too.
So who is
Now I
she?
see a friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
So she seems nice. What's she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
Gruff.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
He still is, hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part, not trickery.
Probably is. When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
I'll take your word for it. I like you.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
Yeah, well, you know. I don't really give a flying fuck about it.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
Oh, we're not out to get her. We're just out to get something else.
I don't believe you.
It really is.
I just can't, man. I'm not naive.
Yeah, I get it. So, how's she troubled?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
It's not snitching.
It's snitching, man. I know what it is.
So why are they afraid of her?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
So, her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
The pain it was causing her.
So when she left, did she leave her lorry?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
Fair enough.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one.
The race man.
Push Tommy, and it will break his heart and his spirit. Now is not the time to focus on it's right here. The answer is right here. You just need to ask him. Come on, do it.
I actually like him.
Thank you, friend.
What do you see in his eyes?
This makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
Ease into it. Don't go too far.
Wow.
This seems like a personal matter.
You look sad. What's going on with you?
I'm okay, man. Just the jams got me down.
Yeah, that
the
would.
Fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn. It's tricky business looking
No,
into
it's because you
something
failed to
nice
check. That's all.
and not doing it.
I like him. I'm not going to push him. I like how it auto-saves. Wild Pines. 12:22. We are moving along.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. What did he do?
Wow.
You have no idea what you, high above you, the
Okay,
king...
skip. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, she's full of drugs.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
What you hauling?
Diamonds? Of course not. But wouldn't it be whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine?
This poor. Well, she doesn't know.
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo. If you know what I mean.
Probably is smuggling stuff she doesn't even know she is.
She says that as if something, not...
Of course it does. What did you expect?
Are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
I was told of a woman driver.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone's terrified of?
I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
So why?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
You said long haul.
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there, it's all just... In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
You feel very cold suddenly, as if standing face to face with a terrifying adversary. Then the feeling dissipates, and all you see is an aging woman.
So who's the female driver then?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
Interesting.
Oh, Sim.
She doesn't... Maybe she's not the one. Maybe that's not her truck. She's sitting on a truck. She's sitting on her truck. Not the truck I just got speed from. Again, is it all that surprising to find speed in the truck? Come on now. Don't be dumb.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What? But I told you she's my friend. Thank you, friend.
No, she's not the one. So, what does racist know?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
So, it's probably him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you knew he didn't do it. He's just a racist piece of dog.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip. Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? Lady Driver?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air, a dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it.
Yeah, him.
What? You mean, who's La Puta?
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Just let him go.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
We're ripping off on him. I like it.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarettes, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends. Oh. It's working.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Go fucking... Talk.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Got me your lorry right now. Lady Driver's lorry. Where?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
He respects that. Let's go with number 3. What's your name, fuckhead? I'm gonna go on police radio saying this guy told Madre to fuck off.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
That's not cool.
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green.
Okay.
Let's get into that lorry.
This dude rubbed the nerve on Kim. Nice.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Let's go. Go check it out. Just in case. What is that? But fall within. Human. Oh, come on. Yeah, critters. Only a dog. We are making progress. Let's go. You can talk to Kim in a bit too. That one?
This screen found A to Z, Contemporaire, is part.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
Window?
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with
Hang on.
dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat.
Starting to get interesting here. I will be right back in just a few moments.
God damn it.
Wow. Okay. Let's go.
Posters cover the small windows in the back. You can't make out what's on them.
Handle?
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
How are we gonna get this open, Kim? Oh, I know.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from... This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Let's go.
Pry bar in hand, you take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces. Goddamn maggot. Drag your ass to the gym and do some reps right now.
Really?
Another futile.
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Now, if I was trying to create some kind of story, I would Alt F4 out of it and reload my save. But, you know, I'm going to play these games how it lies. I don't like save scumming. I mean, it's got its usefulness, and I've personally done it too, but I'm more lately of a fan of just play it as it lies. Makes the game more interesting. Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Now, that being said, I've only recently heard that it was even called save scumming, but it makes sense. Now, I can see doing it for achievements or whatnot. I mean, if you want to play the game and actually play the game, just let it go. It's more fun that way. Unless you're seeking a specific path. That's part of the achievement talk. But anyway, let's move on.
There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Okay, start with the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century.
I don't like how sensitive this is.
One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Ingenue.
There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Oh, is that the apricots? Oh, check it out, check it out, check it out. I have my stream cat. For me. Oh, hang on. Let's see if I can get him in. Actually, hold on. I've got both lights on right now. Camera, click off. Oh, I turned off chroma key. But anyway. Best cat. Stormiest of cats. Stormageddon. Dark Lord of all. Okay. Here, I'll leave that like that for a bit so the cat can hang out. Actually, I can turn chroma key back on. Hold on. No sound of that scene. Hang on. Studio mode it is. Filters. Yeah. Actually, chroma key is on. It's weird. Why isn't it working? Here's my entire camera's field of view. Complete with a cat. But anyway, that's interesting. Chroma key's not actually working at all. That's weird. Maybe OBS knows that the NVIDIA broadcast was doing it. Anyway, I'll just continue using NVIDIA broadcast for it for now. But anyway, it has a bad habit of clipping out my chair. Well, chroma key would not do that. Okay, scene, studio bit off. Okay, I'll leave it like this for now so we can see the cat. Whatever. Just turn it back on. It's distracting. Now you get cat butt. And actually, I'm going to turn my front light up a bit. That will help. Hang on. Way too bright. I can't do it. Oh well, it's okay. Anyway, there's the cat. So, what's that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably Grenade number 5.
Centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Interesting. Was it the person you saw in the hotel?
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard, and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
How about the radio?
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
What about Speed Freaks? Is it here?
No, that's on 78.9. What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
Yes, you just happened it. Okay, why so many stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV.
Entire fleet? So you're like the ringleader.
Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range, too.
Oh, crap. Sorry, my controller fell. Okay, continue.
A 20-kilometer radius at least. Perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
20 kilometers. Okay. So what can we do about this?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the dial key.
What else?
The ghostly actresses, and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat, and the oddly bulging seat cover.
Let's look at the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver.
We could use those.
But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Hold on here. I don't know why the OBS's chroma key filter isn't doing anything at all. It's really weird. Like, whatever. Here, more cat. Leave it like that for a bit. So, cat. Still, it's crazy. Why isn't that working? That is weird. Actually, my whole camera's field of view is actually quite a bit bigger than what you're seeing. It's got pretty good resolution too. Scale down though, not so great. Like, if I took the crop off, quite a bit bigger. Oh, hang on. I don't even know if that shows up right. Actually, that's halfway off the screen. Okay. Anyway. What's going on with the chroma key? Why isn't that working? It's really weird. Colored green. Oh, it's because I have it set like super conservative. That's because the key color right now isn't quite green at once. We do all the lighting. There we go. That's better. I think I turned it down for some reason. There we go. Okay, now Streamcat can hang out.
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
It's like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle. Extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
Really weird. It would also rub the pattern off the driver's right boot sole.
Yes?
Uh-oh. One of the footprints at the scene had it.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Eighth Hardy.
Looks like her, yes.
Also the drug trade. What a handful.
Now we know for certain who is the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Oh wait, now we can do this. Mirrored. Best cat. All cats are the best cat. Okay, let's move on. Those jerks, definitely.
We should see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls.
Oh,
the radio transmitter sits on the center console, and a faint smell of perfume is in the air.
So, the cover.
Voila. A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Need like a chair mic so you can hear the purring.
Bonne prise.
Lieutenant commends you as you shift through the treasure, well worn and folded into these squares. So, top map.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South.
Is that mirrored? Same way? No, it's not. The mirror's turned off on here. It's wrong. It's backwards.
Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881, high above the massive brown and red roofs that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Where's it, Leo?
To Kuron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
Second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct.
Sorry, petting the cat.
No storm will ever drown Revachol, the great solution to the riddle of history. Wind rips through the empty hallways of the once great military hospital, now just a ruin under an overgrown park. Beneath the hospital, great sewer tunnels hum and vibrate with life of their own.
What does that sound?
The rattle of motor carriages and lorries driving through long-forgotten tunnels, lit by gaslights.
Third map.
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Despite the cold, figures move about cloaked in shadow, their breath escaping in white clouds that fade into the darkness. Wherever you look, the night gives cover to her messengers. They travel from eminent domain to perdition and onto the main, over the River Esperance, on Route 881 to the Old South. The exit ramp is supposed to be shut down, but there's much activity. The road spreads like the tentacles of a great octopus.
What does this all mean?
It means that the smugglers are secretly using the motorway to transport their goods and materials. They've infiltrated the East Motor Tract, most likely. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
Where does it end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
It's just kind of weird. I keep trying to play this like deranged cop game, and I keep just playing myself. Anyway, Besmetri. That sounds vaguely familiar.
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
He was just making crap up. Who do you think's behind this?
It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Especially bad news for cops who may have something in their past they don't even know is there.
Okay, put it back.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
Yeah.
The stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently by, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle, worn from years of use.
Toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Newspaper?
It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Nope.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
Go on.
These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
Yeah.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Go on. Unfold.
It's an issue of It looks like these...
The Ulan frequency system.
Okay. Push it in.
Pull out toolbox, slice back, and it closed the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Go on.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Go on.
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation.
Very extensive.
I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
I mean, if they're not encrypted, anything can listen.
Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info.
Sounds like he was someone who's investigating this.
And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
So what about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
I need to change what's on the TV. Ooh, neat fun thought. I'm gonna put myself on. Just a moment. You know what? The Google Home app feels like it could use some improvement. A lot of improvement. It's connecting. Hold on. Come on, I want to put myself on. It's not putting up the little stupid remote pop-up. It's annoying.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm going to let the dog out. Then we're going to continue. I'll be back in, I don't know, a lot of GIFs. See you soon.
Or work on no play, right, Witcher?
A courageous heart overcomes all.
Lights, cloth, and wine.
Okay, let's go. A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin.
Yes, well,
So it turns out this is connected to the Union.
like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them to other ends as extra ammunition.
Sorry, quick volume check. Let's go.
Meaning, someone as slippery as Everard won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in some cabin.
So, investigation?
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Go.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal
My
affairs
chair is
descending on
low.
the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Okay, debrief over.
Debrief over. After you.
Let's go talk to Joyce. This ought to be good. Hey, let's talk.
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
It's not the same person, but what? That's gonna be an investigation.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
I don't know.
Damn. I always wonder to watch yourself. Man. Nothing to do now, I guess. Maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
Why Tommy Lahome?
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
It's more him.
Go on. Another question, actually.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
He's a poet. What do you think? 17%? Let's go.
Wait.
Bam.
There's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
The mirror's temperature is always 0. It's ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It's a chalice held out to you in silent communion,
Silent communion. That's good.
where graspingly you partake of a shifting identity, never your own.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
I don't know where that came from. Dice roll.
No matter. Great verses like that sometimes. Ephemeral. You might not look it. Seems you have some literary chops. Maybe there's hope for me yet.
That is a strange compliment.
Just messing with you. It's cool. You're an okay guy. For a cop.
For a cop?
They're more often in the
Hey.
fists than rhymes, see? Let alone honesty in verse.
I'm doing what little I can to write. It's no joke, man. Fuck the police.
The lieutenant closes his eyes and lets slip a loud, long sigh.
If you say so, officer.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go talk to Joyce. This ought to be fun. Sometimes I wonder if this game is coming up too dark. TV says maybe. Let's go. on, Joyce. We have things to talk about.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She pats her wet raincoat.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
Neither do I. Pat your similarly wet cloak.
Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Am I right?
I feel like there'd be more. Okay. I spoke with lorrymen at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Oh, wait. Hang on. Wait, where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement.
Just a quick volume
I
test.
trust you
Sorry.
with the rest. Now it's my turn.
Doesn't seem
I
quite
wouldn't
right.
normally
Whatever.
break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Say.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Is that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Sounds terrible. So how are the lynching and a strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith. So she already knew all this. That's annoying.
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
Part of the board.
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Oh, wow. They dispatched that after that? Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
They.
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience.
That guy.
They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
She knew this the whole time, by the way.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
But
Nothing.
then-
Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
But I think there's more to the story.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It's not... well...
It will be all of them. The decision is already made.
You've made a mess here.
It was the Union who strung him from that tree. My hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before Crenell indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
the Union. Oh, you forgot the part where the mercenary was there in the first place. Whatever, okay.
if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Well, to put it that way.
The Débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
See. See, Kim? This is the great bloodletting I've been telling you about.
It appears you found it, yes. And I'm not happy for you.
I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first, but... pretty bleak scenario, right?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way.
Level
One
up,
single concrete
bitches.
suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
So, we need to find the person who shot him. Do that, and we prevent a war. Looks like. Our stupid, hungover ass is the last standing thread between Rivashol being obliterated or everyone thriving. Y'all can count on me. I'm exactly the person y'all want for this job. Wait, look at this mug. That bottom corner there. Fate of the world. We got this. What can you tell me about Crenell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Well, when a company renames itself, it's usually to distance themselves from something very bad.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Typical.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Well, this game was supposed to be a kind of a satire of our modern world, and it pretty much is. Okay, let's go on.
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP now?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Did you contact them?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
So the deceased assaulted a woman. I have yet to talk to this woman. Was it the one I met in the hotel? Right at the start? That might explain why she's hiding in her room.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Oh no. Well, that's probably true, but she got this information from Kuno. Well, actually, Kuno has actually been very truthful, despite his sailor mouth. So, I don't know. Maybe the assaulted woman was the first person we met. That might be why we can't talk to her anymore. She's hiding. Anyway, let's move on. This is just all speculation. What do these teenagers by the canal say? Oh.
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Wouldn't be surprised if it's true.
We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Pretty sure it was said when we talked to Titus.
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk. Maybe on narcotics, too.
I'm just making assumptions.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Oh, yes.
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
Well, there's got to be a victim.
You meet her soon enough, you feel?
Might already have. This colonel, the one who was hanged. Did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
Name?
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Whoa. Tell me up the others.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
Interesting.
What would you say was his eye color? The deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality?
Means you
What would you say was his age?
Didn't really know him, did you?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
So, the other two?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Of course.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
I don't even know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
So, where are they?
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That's the one sitting on the roof that we can see. Smoking the cigarette. One's definitely the goon.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
We should probably leave him alone. He looks, quite strong.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Practically?
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel.
Okay. Another question.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
So we're trying to drunkenly outrun a government agency. Okay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
No.
If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
What you know about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence, she wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured, like those of a working woman.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
Seems like she knows this person a bit more than just a mercenary.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities.
It's a
This
map.
is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Interesting. Doesn't mean he did. He might have done it out of respect, but what's the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
But travels.
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this. Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
We'll be right back in just a moment.
3 doublets, none of which are suitable to show myself in.
The forest, the mighty forest around us.
Oh.
Oh, could I ever use a nap?
Wanna play blind man's bluff?
Oh.
Okay, let's go.
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Restart my sound real quick. Hang on. Just a moment. Okay, there we go.
Challenge accepted. I say we do it.
I need the information.
Do what you have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
Go on.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Thank you. That's all. I wanted to use the skill point on something specifically. I think it was composure. Yeah. Okay. Some live volume balancing. That's a issue for the future. Okay, I was going this way to do something. Oh yeah, I want to talk to the bookkeeper's daughter again. That was the skill check. I think.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Suggestion. Okay. Like how it lets you do this. Sure. 50-50. Go. Wait. That's acting locked. Hold on. Gotta redo it.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here from...
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Hang on, so you know me. We've met before.
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time, before Mother told me to focus on my homework.
Are you serious? I was expecting something more than that.
You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Telling people about being a star or something. I don't really understand who those stars are. Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I look better. I look like shit.
Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
Or is she talking about before? Like last week?
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too.
Gurning?
Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics?
Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
So, why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
Wow. Thanks, I've learned something else about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
So, what are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess.
True.
Oh, I found something while you were away.
What is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
Dick Mullen's hat. Wait, where'd you get this?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
It's a fedora.
Maybe. It's the hat Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that.
Oh, of course.
Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
She looks back at the infernal scribblings under her nose. Okay, bye. See you around. Hat. What do we get? This one sounds exciting. Yes. Awesome. Check that out. Woo. That is a glorious hat. I want one. Okay, let's look over our stuff. Okay, tie's fine. We've got some things. The gloves. No, not the gloves. No, the visor. No. We have to wear the hat. Shoes. Yeah. We'll go with that. Windbreaker. Get back. Drama or logic. Composure. Go with composure. Nope. Despite our best efforts, we're going to look good too. Electrochemistry and logic, or visual calculus and drama. I don't know. I need some different classes. Okay, let's go with that. Like that. We also look good. Look at that. Look at us. We are glorious. Kind of. Okay. Let's go. Oh, we need to go. We need to go talk to Titus. We got some talkings to do. Lots of talkings. shit. Or we can at least try. We might fail.
Looks like
the
circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
We're gonna boost this. There we go. Oh, we're already maxed. Okay. Well, let's just start. I found someone who saw the hanging. A witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others, and he's in witness protection.
My witness ain't a local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
Let's just say he's high-ranking. Very high-ranking. I know people.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
So that went quickly.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band.
Oh.
The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
Damn, they wormed their way out of it, somehow. Try something else if you can.
Arabagite? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
Looked like a surreal play.
Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
A chair. The cylinder that holds it up. It's crap. Keeps sinking.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
Of course, because it was already dead.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed.
Just dropped again.
It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
It was slow because it was already dead.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
Yeah. Enough about the witness.
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try.
Yeah, give him this chair. Just drop the camera. Woo. There we go. Wait, gotta keep the cat in frame. Right there. Okay, that'll work. Let's go.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Being a mercenary? Or union thug? Yeah.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses. Witness is a scary word.
Yeah, drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprint. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
The thought forms in your head, like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
Yeah, Lieutenant, do it.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
There's plenty of drugs out there. In fact, I have some in my bloodstream right now.
Enjoy your shitty ride, junkie cop. We still have it under control. All you're doing is contributing to the local economy. It's just a little hitch.
Yeah, there's always gonna be little sprouts. People find a way to make coin, but that's the little picture. Hardy boys are taking care of the big picture.
I don't care how this game turns out, by the way. I'm picking the best answers I want. Love it.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Be fair, I don't give a flying fuck about it. We just care about the murder.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy boys here.
This chair feels so low now. It's okay. Turn the camera.
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
So what? You're rolling 2 pairs of boots?
And here we go. Back to the usual.
That's her.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of
Actually,
footprints.
It's almost definitely her. The 8th Hardy. With a law degree. Also their driver.
Despite everything, the little man is quick on his feet.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
But she's not the one who killed him. It's someone else.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
There's snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down. Oh, it's on now.
Nervous snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
Yeah, they're forming some kind of tribunal.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy boys are right fucking here.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
We said they're gone rogue.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
He's really prepped himself up for this. He has to keep the fear in check.
This Crenell is bad news. You know that, right?
So are the local gangs, the fucking Barmy army, and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
You know, from a local standpoint, they're kind of right. But go on.
These people are trained military professionals, special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think. We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
You're not going to fight off an army.
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we? Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor.
He takes a sip of his beer to bite this time and tries to get the last word in.
You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Gonna wipe you the fuck out.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Establish authority. Authority.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
You don't worry about seeing this before.
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here.
Huh?
Why is my chair so low? Gosh. Oh, I guess it just raised everything else to accommodate it. You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hands.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Let's go with that one. I like it. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job, just like you.
Speak for yourself, buddy. I've been running this outfit for 10 years now. You should have seen Martinez before it started. It was like jam rock now.
My gosh, just like dickhead in Texas. Gonna fix this place up. Well, you've been here for 20 years. Why ain't it fixed up?
They didn't see shit, man. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Fucking graffiti everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
So, we need to talk to her.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You want to talk to her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you talk to her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
No, you won't.
What is her name?
Claudia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty
chair.
Woman. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amonju with an O-U.
I don't remember the past unless I go look back at videos, but it's probably the first person we've met.
Shit. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Miss Orange Disco Dancer?
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
This chair just keeps sinking. I need to order a replacement chair cylinder.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, but no one notices. Your spine is too damn straight. None of these people would ever suspect you've met her.
What's her relationship?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
When did it happen?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
Clearly, there's still a victim here.
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
What's your relationship?
I know her.
It looks around, and an uncommon silence fills the room. Oh, he more than knows
How
her.
well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
He knows her very well.
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
Knows her very, very well.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
Well, the music came back. I'll turn off streamer mode and see what the actual music's supposed to be. Do that now. Wait. Who gives a shit? Let's go. What's the actual music supposed to be? So, she's not around from here.
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye disco dancer is an immigrant or a drifter of some sort. Been staying over here over the winter.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just some stupid, like, credit song or something.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Bit more than that.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
You should keep picking at it. You said you party.
What do you think I meant?
Oh. I see. All these little successes are like skills you like passed, and then they open up conversation choices, like what I just did. Sex, drugs, and karaoke. Definitely.
Yes, yes, and no.
So,
got something to say about it?
You were definitely close.
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
Well, the silence says otherwise. So, just more.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
Thank you.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
What? You gonna murder me? Oh.
Hi again, gendarme.
Wait, I can do that. Let's go. Composure. Where the...
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Start over.
Hi again, gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual?
Are you serious? Oh no, he's gay. Ever been to Montrose?
Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes. This sexual thing seems interesting. Ask around. Become involved.
The homosexual underground?
That is a terrible question.
Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
I want to hear more.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A Sub Rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
It's Rosa.
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
What you can... Like...
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security, the meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage.
That was a very ambitious speech, but that's not...
Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
Does it have anything to do with disco?
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature, very esoteric.
I do like disco. Maybe I should get into it.
You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement or forever excluded from it.
What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life, aside from the fact that I like disco?
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed. I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
Okay. I have to think about it.
Do think about it, officer.
This is going to be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least.
Absolutely wonderful. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Actually, I'm just curious. What happens? See mysterious strangers in the night. There's no research bonus. I don't know if I yet want to spend skill points on unlock yet. Titus, you were
I've
told.
got nothing to say
the
to
low
you.
Profile.
Why are you wasting your time?
Are you the hardy girl?
I am not.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
Look at her plan. She went to law school.
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn, they aren't. Aggressive?
We've talked.
Listen.
Fuck you.
So ask what you came to ask. Or get back to your commanders. Let's.
I don't. There's nothing new. Okay, next task. Scab leader. Let's go. We got stuff to do with the day. Let's go. Get them. Are you serious? Like... Oh, the look was because I turned off streamer mode. It's the same music, but just better produced. Really weird.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to.
Okay, let's go talk to Scab Leader. This ought to be good.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Okay, so these tattoos.
Don't think so. Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
It was on your kernel.
Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. Hard as a stone, but beneath it, you see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
As you level up, you get more of these.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Okay, this is going to be a fun little dialogue, so I'm going to be right back, and then we're going to get right into this little clusterfuck here.
Those running riot. Our duchy values peace and quiet. Truthfully, only a witcher stands to best the beast. Night, love, and wine counsel no half-hearted measures. Or welcome no player, right, Witcher?
Okay, let's go. Loincloths.
Yeah, He's clenching his teeth. There is silent pressure behind them.
So, can you tell me what it means?
What it means?
He points to one tiny star in the web of lines, away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yes, let's go.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
Switching employers.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Let him go.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
He gets strangely quiet. A long, long gaze away from the right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding.
What's a kid? Never mind, I don't want to know.
We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Oh, a kept. Whatever.
She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch.
That is an extremely terrible story. Far worse than even what I thought I would hear here. Wow.
God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now.
That's actually a very wild turn from what the rest of this game was. That was a... wow. Just wow.
Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach.
Stirs. Okay. Move on.
There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless. Odorless. It's...
well, evil.
You bet it was. It's just nature. This guy, he used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place.
You were there.
No, I was in the domain, in Jamrock, being a bouncer.
Not really a scab leader, are you? Oh, the fuck he's not. Ow.
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But...
can I have it back?
Go ahead.
All right, now. Free commerce! Keep the... On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin. Free flow of commerce! Don't talk to him any longer. Just leave, please.
You know?
Fucking bug.
He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating, and his mouth slightly open.
You hear a tiny rattle, a small radio, cracking somewhere. An earpiece?
Yeah.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
go. Is there... Oh, same thing. Quietly.
Fucking bug.
You hear a tiny rat.
How about you fuck off?
Okay.
Okay.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. It's hard to do that when you want to beat a man into a pulp instead.
Honest, man. We came here.
I have a question.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud?
It's really funny when you go revisit old conversations. They just go back the way they were. Actually, kind of obnoxious. Okay. Next. Okay, we got more we can do today. Really? Still no. Trash. No. Too early. Pick them. Oh my gosh, that music is just so weird. But they're afraid of copying that? I mean, it's because whoever made this game, they put their publisher causing issues. I'm gonna hold off on this last skill point because we've got things I keep forgetting. Okay, oh yeah, tasks. Assault victim. Let's go there. Oh, she has more to say, but shh. Whatever. Okay, let's go talk to the assault victim. And our trench coat getup.
The door is closed. There's still a dent in the vinyl where you punched it before.
Seriously, run your feet across the dent. Okay.
This little depression is all you could inflict on the door. Beauty has abandoned you in this ugliness, Honcho. And then some. You cannot even remember the name of Beauty. White morning. It was morning all along. You should have seen it coming. It was right behind her eyes.
Oh, knock.
Who is it?
A woman's voice answered, muffled by the door.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
She shouts.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Seriously. All dirty clothes. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she's had an extended stay. Snoopers. Don't mind if we do. You see the yard below. Corpse is no longer there.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot, but not for scrubbing blood off towels or anything else interesting, it seems.
Just teeth.
It's clean of chemical odors too. Just some dried toothpaste on the handle.
Medications.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Good stuff. White collection.
Anything of note?
Search the bottles.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
Sounds a lot like the first aid cabinet at work.
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the lookout.
Well, kind of.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Godvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find?
Okay.
This is going to take a little know-how.
No, it won't. We're going to consult the druggie in me. Let's go.
A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
So, what's so exciting about this orange bottle?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Whoa. Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Preptide.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Wow. Take it in secret. Okay, 42%. Let's go. One shot.
Silently, the bottle slides into your palm. Then, as you turn, into your pocket. Feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Time to become a super detective again, Harry. Just put it in your sweaty little hand now.
Okay. Close the cabinet. I don't know why that was so funny, but love it. Stairs. Where are we? What are we even doing? Bed has been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Gosh, I forgot where we are. Okay, run your finger across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of following your lead. The lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Where are we? What is this? Oh. We're in the passage. How did we get here? The smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Okay, I'm going to backtrack for just a moment because I completely forgot how I got here in the first place. Oh, yeah. I know where we are. The special apartment of the girl who was raped. Oof. Yeah, okay. Never mind. I know where we are. Bedroom, window, something. What was that? Oh. Oh my gosh. That was sudden. I wasn't ready for that yet. Okay, I see. So, but okay, yep. Outside, got it. Okay, I'm back up to speed. Let's go. Look, a handful of dried white wildflowers. But music.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Grab one.
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette.
I've seen that picture before.
The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Snap your pistol fingers at him. Ciao.
Your 9mm semi-automatic finger pistols produce a satisfying snap. Strange for such a low-caliber finger gun to sound so chunky. The flower in your other hand is impressed. So is Kim.
Good job.
That's not entirely true. The lieutenant is looking at the door to the east and mostly misses them.
Old coffee and an ashtray. Like a calling. Okay, let's talk to her.
Welcome to the roof.
I've seen that picture before. Not sure why. The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
Okay, body, shut up.
Then toned over several years of self-defense training. You can sense it in the sharp pointing of her elbows.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Is there a cleaning lady? I think I need one.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Oh, I know I remember that picture, because that was the first picture you saw when you started this game. Okay, Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Okay, I'm gonna go with, you ain't seen nothing yet. There's a karaoke stage downstairs.
Wow.
Johnny Law's about to tear it up. Sad style.
I assure you, he's not about to tear it up in any style. In fact,
That's right.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Okay, I was hoping that would go somewhere.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult. No need to dilly-dally. She's tough.
Okay, I'm gonna go with, I'll go straight to it. I don't want to sound like a namby-pamby.
Good on you, boy. She can take it.
What's your name, miss? For the record.
Clausier Amondou.
Where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
What is Oran? J? A?
A bad memory, officer.
Of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass, duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
What are you?
I'm 28.
What do you do? What is your specialization?
Something stupid. Oranese lit.
He's lit.
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What's it about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money is very important. I don't know why that was so funny.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Unedited.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Orania 37.
She smiles.
It's the world's most tired smile. Miss Aranye, now there is something you should linger on.
Whoa there. Chill. Understood.
Mm-hmm. I would offer you coffee, but it's garbage. Literally tastes like poison.
Would take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
That is interesting. Okay. Okay, then.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or
Thank
her
you.
movements.
That's it for the record.
The record. So official.
So official. Nice room we got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
Oh no. My headphones are finding they're tired. Hang on. We just about. I will put this pleasing screen on. Okay. What are you doing here? Rolling your rags.
I'm wintering.
No music. It's weird. Very quiet.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months.
Why here?
I came in here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Ravachol.
You're into whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
Quite the collection of drugs.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
I like it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
How'd you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
You seem to have, among other things, Preptide.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Like what?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically.
Nice. Where do I get some? Cool. I took some. Personal use.
Huh? Motherfucker took my Preptide? Looks like you owe me one, officer. I'm talking serious corruption here.
This does not amount to actual corruption. I can easily log it under confiscation.
Robbed by common highwaymen.
She's not angry, but it's true. She's gonna have to find some more Preptide now.
So, the window.
It is.
You move slightly to your left to check her reflection in it.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Ooh, it's getting late. This is the last little leg of our journey tonight.
He finds the answer unsatisfying.
I've got other questions.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and
The
draped.
room?
Yeah?
Nope.
All right.
They tell us you were raped.
It's a bit early in the morning for rape, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
It's afternoon. Okay, I need to let the dog out. I'll be right back. A few minutes. Okay, they'll hang out there for quite a while. Quite the dog party. Actually, it's already afternoon.
Is it?
Is it? Squinting. She takes a look around. The spring sun is high in the sky. People pass below.
It is afternoon. Time flies, man.
So, were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
What did happen?
We partied.
Parties. I've heard that before.
A lot of partying going on.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
You mean like a birthday party?
Yes. We made balloon animals, drank lemonade, inflated a bouncy castle.
Did you rim the glasses with sugar? Like to do that?
Yeah, I love that too. We frosted the glasses. I unwrapped my bike. There was a petting zoo with little white rabbits.
Really?
I would like it to have been that way, but it wasn't.
How was it?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
Oof, it's terrible.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
That happens over days and days, not a night.
Whoa. After so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it?
Ow.
Untraditionally, officer.
Puts out our Astra, but lights out of the one with sinned first.
She's cold and strange. I'm not picking anything up here.
I'm trying here. Come on.
Your imagination starts whirring, whether you want it to or not.
You were lovers?
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
Don't do drugs, kids. It's bad for you.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
Scary.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Are you sure you weren't raped?
I'm 89% sure.
So, what about that 11?
You know how it is.
Do you?
Do I?
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Feels like something happened. You don't acknowledge it.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be as flippant if I had been?
So, not the...
You get the feeling she's done enough opiates and needed enough nacra to still be flippant if her arm were cut off and fed to her.
Must have been hard seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
See why you're hanging out.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Oh, the hanging? You?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravacheur, miss.
I call it completing tasks. Paula's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Oh, we're still in... Are we still in analog land? Ooh.
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken phone line.
Did I?
Oops.
I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever.
Less
Crossing
clever.
the lines like
You just... whatever. Seems like you had some idea.
Thanks.
Why go through trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
True.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
Name, eyes, age.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
Another puff. More nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
What they hang him for, not rape.
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
Yeah.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Bullet?
Bullet? They shot him too?
Yeah, there's more to this story.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
So where is Sylvie?
It's hard to know what to think about that answer. She's just tired. Don't push her too much.
No, she's not tired. Shot happened before he was hanged. Oh, the Hardy Boys know you.
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for Union members.
How'd you mean?
They're probably over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Fair enough.
A little, yeah.
Did you party? A little, yeah. Whoa.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously.
Whoa.
But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Several. That is how you spice things up.
Pretty much.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
Thank you for telling us.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Oh, yes. That's something else before we go. A little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Listen. I got points to spend. Let's go. Okay.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys?
Know these guys?
Who? Me? Yes, he's talking about you, you sinewy idiot. You too. Me? What have I done this time? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
Oh my god.
Believe it.
Which ones?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume all of them.
She took the Party Boys Express train, if you know what I mean.
Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised, especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here. No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick, tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory, truth, softness. Protect her. She wants you.
How this happened?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
I don't know what's going on.
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can't you hunt them noble?
No.
What use is this then?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Does this mean she's been lying to me?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. Like this.
I think I'm becoming a slave to my body. What's going on?
No, he's not going to show up. I'm sorry. Your lie detection isn't working. It's not her doing. He's just totally inept. It looks like you're also an idiot. But that's not her fault. No, not an idiot. You're just more of a sensitive type. Thinks with his heart. This woman's pain draws you in.
What is her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one he usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised.
I've been talking to myself long enough. Let's get back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Miss, are you manipulating me?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no.
What about the so-called assault?
Not my favorite topic, but okay. How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
Okay, it's this flower.
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
What's Sambo?
A martial art, sir. Is that it?
That was there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind? Why not? Officer.
Wait.
It's a fine day.
Why is there a return to this later? There's a prop you have to find. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, wait. You can talk to Kim. That's not Kim.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm sure she had to lie.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Oh, she's manipulative.
So you said to her, what did you mean by it? She seemed forthcoming to me. Unusually so. Being forthcoming with some things is a good way to obscure other things, but I wouldn't call myself compromised.
Well, I am, anyway.
I am not easily swayed by young women. But on the other hand, the best liars are candid. And she was candid. Anyway, we should move.
That was weird. I probably picked the wrong choices. Whatever. Let's go. Back to the Hardy Boys. Actually, I'm going to cut it off right here. No saves coming. No crap. We're continuing this right where it stops every time. I don't care. Don't care how this game ends. But anyway, it's time for me to stop. So have a good night. Thanks for visiting. I will see you next time. Good night.